Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. Billy, Barry, and Sophia here with you after a 5-1 win over the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 1 of Round 1 for this Boston Bruins team. You guys are the analysts, but I feel very confident in saying that this, almost all the boxes were checked for the Boston Bruins. Goaltending, fourth line, bottom six, energizing, power play, penalty kill, and then, of course, the offense. Even the 6-on-5.
She's been paying attention.
I think
we're notes.
Listen,
you guys can go home.
We're done.
Yeah, we're out of here. Okay.
See you later.
Zen.
Go Zen. Go and see you later.
See you later. No, I need you. That's all I got. No, but total team effort and a really complete game for them.
It was. It was solid, if not spectacular at times. Definitely cliche 101, but still things to improve on. But as far as I thought emotions were in control, for the most part, bodies were in control. I mean, we'll talk about how top guys for Toronto took some bad penalties that didn't help their team. Their goaltending for the Bruins definitely outplayed the goaltending for Toronto. And in many facets of this game, it was just a nice, solid, methodical, business-like win. And you have to be, it's just game one, Bear, but you got to be encouraged.
Yeah, you are. And I think to your Toronto point, first of all, I think their fourth line was their best line.
Absolutely was.
Right from the get-go, and that, I think, tells you a lot, right? I mean, you need their offensive weapons. And when the weapons did have opportunities, you had great saves, especially early on in the hockey game, especially the beginning of each period when you got that Toronto push. Swayman was there to make the big saves. And then, as Brick always talks about, and we haven't had that feeling for a while because the power play hasn't done very well. You get up 2-0. And then all of a sudden you get 2 power play goals and you stretch that lead and you take command of it. That's what was missing the latter part of the season when you didn't have that power play going.
And your power play didn't get frustrated and get worse
you're right.
like it had. Remember, because they had a couple of opportunities to stretch the lead earlier in the game, right? And they didn't. And we kept saying, oh, no. And then the end of the first period, the bad penalty, getting down 4-on-3. And all of a sudden, the Bruins reset. The beginning of the second period was huge. I know we'll touch on that coming up. But overall, the power play at scoring that third goal, excellent stuff. And again, it was what they were real power play goals. They weren't kind of fluke bounces or anything.
Exactly,
they were real good setup power play goals.
And the other thing we talked about, too, throughout the season, getting their offense going, is having the Bruins defense contribute. Carlo, McAvoy, Lindholm, arguably Lindholm's best game in a long time. I thought he was exceptionally good tonight with his pitches and being aggressive. Carlo defensively was a beast.
Barry, let's get back to one of your earlier points, the fourth line, and John Beecher setting the tone with this goal early on in his first ever NHL playoff goal.
Yeah, it was. It was a good job along the walls. We talked about with Maroon, wins a one-on-one battle, does a good job right here, Billy. That sends him away. 2 Toronto guys get caught. Now all of a sudden you have a 2-on-1. And Boqvist does a great job at a nice pass to Beecher and beats him on the far side. You and I maybe thought, like Samsonov did, that maybe he'd go the short side, but he went that long way.
I got to tell you something. This is a big man in Joel Edmondson that's getting beat by a big man in right here, Pat Maroon. He's going to shoulder check twice. And Edmondson thinks that he's got the wall shield, and he does, but that's the beauty of what Pat Maroon does right here. He spins, he chips over to Boqvist. Boqvist never looks like he's at the net, so he's got the goaltender, Samsonov's thinking, is he going to shoot or is he going to pass? And he's on his off wing here. Now watch this. He's going to bring the puck to his forehand right there, like he may load, but with the defenseman sliding over, he zips it, a bit of a sauce over to Beecher, and Beecher then, as you said, goes cross corner with this. This is a heck of a shot, but the whole time you see Boqvist is looking at the goalie. Is he going to shoot? Is he going to pass? That is a good big part two.
Example there of Boqvist's speed that we talked about in the pregame as well.
Yep.
All right, as we take a look at the Bruins with a goal in their playoff debut, of course, tonight it was John Beecher. Noel Acciari was the last one who did it in 2017. And John Beecher, for that reason, and man, did he have a good game, some block shots as well. He was the guest for Adam Pellerin.
Well, Johnny, what did you think about your first taste of playoff hockey here in Boston?
It was unbelievable. You know, the fans are incredible out there, and you know, it was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. You know, unreal to get a win on the first one, and you know, keep building on and go from here.
Yeah, and then you get the first goal of the game, first shift for you. Take us through that 2-on-1 opportunity. Maroon and a battle on the boards, the 1-on-2, and then springing loose.
Yeah, Patty got us started. You know, I mean, he did a great job down low. You know, getting the puck up to Bogues, and then you know, just kind of caught him cheating a little bit, and Boki made a great play, slipping it through their D, and I just tried getting it on net. So happy winning.
So you got obviously best of 7 series here, looking ahead to game 2. How do you build moving forward?
I think we just got to stick to our game. We knew they were going to push there in the third, and I think we kind of fed into a little bit. Just too many turnovers at the blue lines, and just got to keep playing behind them, playing hard, and things will work out.
Congrats. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Have a good one. All right, 100 points. 100 hits total in this game, listed on NHL.com, 50 each. Very physical game. We saw that a lot with big hits in the first.
Well, they're two of the more physical teams, at least quantity-wise, statistically saying, from the NHL this season, and they continue to show that in this game. And, you don't always think of, well, maybe either team, Barry, in that regard, but the Toronto Maple Leafs added girth. They added guys that want to do this. The Bruins have been up there with the hit leaders all season long, and early on, especially in this game, there was a lot of tone-setting type hits, and that was one of the biggest there. Maroon. When was it? Kampf? He puts, or Timothy Liljegren into the box.
Woo. And he gets a little extra shove here, too. I thought the Bruins were a little bit more disciplined, though, Billy, on the physicality. I thought Toronto, right from the get-go, with with Domi, Ty like his dad, Domi with Marchand, trying to, get that stick and slash.
Yeah.
I thought they were paying a little bit too much attention to running around. And I think it took the top line, for example, out of their game for Toronto.
Yeah, well, each one of the guys on the top line took a bad stick penalty in this game. All 3 of those guys. But the way that this game was, you knew it was going to be physical. You knew that the intensity was going to be there, and it was. Whether it was there in warm-up. Fans were all lined up. It was there early on in the game with the anthems, and you had Reggie Lemelin, waving the flag, the banner captain. Everything was great. It was all set up for an energetic, physical, emotional type game. It never got completely off the tracks. It didn't. But I do think as the game went on, the Bruins were able to sustain it at the kind of level that they wanted to. Even though it says 50-50, literally 50-50, I thought the Bruins were able to sustain it a little bit better.
We talked in the pregame about the atmosphere in the playoffs. But the pregame here, I mean, if you ever get a chance, fans, if you haven't been to a game, you get a chance to come to this building in a playoff game. Wow. What an atmosphere.
And the funny thing is, it's not like during the regular season, it's ho-hum, right? It's already at the top there, and then just got so much better. What a game and what an atmosphere, as you mentioned. So how many times did we say this in the regular season? When Jake DeBrusk is playing well, the Bruins feel it, and it makes a big difference. 2 playoff goals from 2 different spots here for Jake DeBrusk.
I don't know if you can read my chicken scratch, but that's all of his highs and lows this year, all of his extreme hot and cold times. I don't have time to go through right now, nor should I. Let's just celebrate the hotness right now of Jake DeBrusk with regard to shooting the puck, score with the puck here. This was a great read. Benoit, the defenseman, Barry, doesn't end up getting to him quick enough. All right, there's the rotation out by the forward, by Holmberg. But then right there, Benoit is the guy at the dot. He waits and waits, and I love how DeBrusk takes the ice, puts the puck to the middle, and uses maybe at the defenseman to just a little bit of a screen.
Yeah, and as you were showing him in the corner, making that turn, then you see Geekie in front. Here's a great job back here. What a pass by McAvoy in the second goal to Marchand. Down to Marchand, across to DeBrusk, and we talked about how DeBrusk shortened his stick. He even went down on a knee, Billy. But a good entry here by this Utah of the power play. I don't know what to call him, the first or the second. They're both good.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it's a situation, a great pass right here, McAvoy. You can see Marchand giving him the stick. It's a nice play right there, give him a nice target. And then I think Samsonov kind of made the save initially and kind of knocked it back into his net.
He does. He reacts to it quickly, and I think he loses his stick simultaneously in the blocker and the arm. The right arm. Watch right here. He's going to lose his stick, and right there he kind of turns and swats it because I think he feels it a little different and punches it in the net. 3 points for Jake DeBrusk.
Yeah, so 3 points. Jack said it earlier, the first time all season that he had a 3-point game. He is our Subaru star of the game. And Jake, in his playoff career versus the Toronto Maple Leafs, 15 games and 12 points. My math is slow. 4 power play goals, 2 of them tonight.
But really, really moving his feet. Very active, very noticeable.
Yeah, so Brandon Carlo against Toronto this season and in the playoffs. Before we get into his game, 5 games total, 4 points in those 5 games and a +5 rating. And he also scoring in this one, a big goal for the Bruins.
Yeah, and as we talked about, Billy, just a couple seconds ago here, what a game he played. And again, we're going to show a goal, but it was his defensive play. It was the 4-on-3. It was the body contact, the boxing out. Great play by DeBrusk. And Carlo just walks into it, and it looks like Holmberg their defenseman got caught, kind of screens him a little bit here, but you're winning some battles. Look, you're not giving up. You got good puck pursuit. You're coming from the top. You're above the puck. You win some battles, and you just keep moving your feet, Good pinch here. Very aggressive, as we talked about the Bruins defense along the wall. Good pinch.
Great pinch. This is a great pinch there by Lindholm, and there comes Carlo in. He doesn't stay back. He moves in, shrinks the zone by about 8 to 12 feet there, gets himself into a good shooting position. Here's some other stuff for Carlo, directing traffic. Very vocal player on the ice, using his reach and his strength there. Excellent little nub play. That's it. Just the, first period type play, get it out, but read the play, do it, and he supports it. He had 3 shots on goal in this game. You see the goal there as well. Incredibly instrumental, though, in the success of the PK in this game for the Boston Bruins. He had an excellent game. I couldn't agree with you more, partner. He had excellent game. And here, love that play. Standing up, neutral zone. And the fact that, again, that you had Lindholm and McAvoy in the penalty box to start the second, but then you have what you would say is your best penalty-killing defenseman still available, and you throw Peak out there with him, too. Pretty heady stuff. Really good option stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. The Toronto Maple Leafs 0 for 3 with the man advantage. As you said, Brandon Carlo, big reason for that. Well, as you guys know, game 1's over. The Bruins' quest for the Cup is on. So first round playoff coverage is going to continue on NESN Monday night at 6 as the Bees host the Maple Leafs in game 2 at TD Garden. Quest for the Cup is presented by Xfinity. All right, lots more to come on Bruins Overtime Live. We're going to have dressing room and podium reaction to this 5-1 win in Game 1 tonight against Toronto. Plus, Andy Brickley goes one-on-one with head coach Jim Montgomery. We're going to play that for you right after the break. Don't go anywhere.